The Belm Palace, formerly the National Palace of Belem, is the current official residence of the President of the Portuguese Republic, the head of state of Portugal, located in the Belem district of Lisbon. The palace's main facade fronts the Praça Afonso de Albuquerque, facing the Tagus River, a former residence of the Portuguese royal family. The Belem Palace complex is made up of various buildings, wings, courtyards, and gardens, built variously from the 18th to 21st centuries. The site was originally part of the Outeiro das Vinhas, a property that fronted the beach of the Tagus River. D. Manuel of Portugal, a diplomat and poet who was the son of the first Count of Vimioso, acquired the land in 1559, naming it Quinta de Belem and constructing a building with 3 salons and 2 atria. By the mid-17th century the property was linked to a scion of the royal court, then transferred to the possession of the Counts of Aveiras and occupied by a convent. The land was later acquired by King John V, who ordered its reconstruction in 1726. It encompassed 2 parcels, the Quinta de Baxo and Quinta do Meu, which the monarch purchased from João da Silva Teilhão, 3rd Count of Aveiros, for 200,000 cruzados, in addition to the contiguous farmlands of the Counts of São Lourenço, with the objective of constructing a summer home, although it is unclear when the first building was completed. By 1754 Queen Maria Anna of Austria had already died in the residence. During the aftermath of the 1755 Lisbon earthquake, it was determined that there was superficial damage and no fear of collapse. But a number of repairs were completed between 1755 and 1756. Under supervision of the architect João Pedro Ludovice, the Casa Real de Campo de Belem, initial construction of the neoclassical horse training arena designed by the Italian Giacomo Azzolini began in 1828. The space is now occupied by the National Coach Museum after 1807. With the departure of the royal family for Brazil, the furniture and artwork were removed from the palace, and the building was abandoned until the end of the Liberal Wars. By 1839, the palace was once again used to hold royal balls, and served as the temporary residence for visiting royal dignitaries. In 1840, during extensive renovations of the Palace of Necessidades, the royal family returned to Belem and resided in the palace during that decade. The Infanta Antonia was born there in 1845. By 1850, renovation of the Grand Ballroom was complete, permitting Queen Maria II to receive Portuguese society, and in September 1861, the Infanta was married there to Prince Leopold of Hohenzollern. In November 1861, the Infante Augusto died, followed by the Infante João on Christmas. A succession of deaths forced the royal family to abandon the palace, and it once again became a residence for visiting dignitaries. This change in purpose was accompanied by small repairs to the building, as well as the installation of gas lines and new lighting. In 1886, after his marriage to Princess Amélie of Orleans, King Carlos ordered renovations of the palace to prepare it as the royal residence. These were completed under the direction of architect Rafael da Silva Castro. The interior was decorated by Leandro Braga, Columbano and João Vaz. The palace was the birthplace of the Prince Royal Luís Felipe in 1887 and Manuel in 1889. Between 1902 and 1903, remodeling of the interior spaces was undertaken by Rosendo Cavalera, with the additional construction of a visitor's house on the north walk of the Patio das Damas to receive delegations of foreign dignitaries. This addition was inaugurated with the official visit of the King of Spain, Alfonso XIII, to Portugal at the end of 1903. The following year, the training stables were separated from the palace and destined to shelter the National Coach Museum. By a royal decree published in the Diário do Governo, the palace ceased to operate as a royal residence, and passed to the treasury for the accommodation of heads of state, princes and foreign missions that come on an official visit to Lisbon, leaving for that purpose by the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Following the 5th of October 1910 revolution, the Secretaria Geral da Presidência da República moved into the palace on the 24th of August 1911. As Article 45 of the Constitution prohibited the Chief of State from occupying a residence on properties held by the state, a loophole in the document allowed the authorization on the 28th of June 1912 of a government edict to rent an annex alongside the palace for 100,000 reais per month to house the first president Manuel the Araja, who eventually preferred to live in his local residence and work at the palace. This policy of renting the space continued throughout the period of the First Republic. After the assassination of President Sidonio Pais in 1918 at the Rocio railway station, the ex-president's body lay in state in the Sala Luis XV until his burial. The official residency law for the President of the